Hello my lovely Flosstube friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren, also known as Cross Stitch Bunny here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is Flosstube episode number 50, so it is a little bit of a landmark. I cannot believe that this is my 50th episode. I have got finishes to share with you. I have got whips to share with you. I've got a couple of giveaways to mark my 50th episode. I'm also going to start off by answering a question that was asked a lot on my Fancy Lady Parade, which is, where are these boxes from? Where do I buy them? And what else have I got? I've got quite a bit of haul, some of it purchased, and a few bits that lovely friends have sent to me. And I think that is everything. So all the stitching that I'm going to share with you today is my April stitching. I am fully aware that we are well into May at this point, but I'm not covering any of my May stitching in this episode. Firstly, because there's not really a lot of it. As many of you will be aware, I got married on the 4th of May. So yes, the beginning of May, there has just not been time for much of anything, and definitely not much time for stitching. So I don't have much May stitching as it stands at the moment, but also the single project that I have been working on so far this month is different to all the projects that I worked on in April. So we are just going to keep this episode as my April roundup. Like I said, with a couple of giveaways thrown in to celebrate my 50th episode and some nice haul. So let's start with these boxes. Where do I buy these boxes from that you saw on my Mirabilia Parade? These boxes are called Tiger Tough boxes. They are the slim version in A4 size. So they've got slim profile. They do chunkier ones, deeper ones, but it's the slim ones that I use. And I bought these in bulk quite some time ago. I have dug back into my emails to find the company I bought them from because I got them for a very good price, and unfortunately that website no longer exists. You can't buy them anymore. However, I have found another website. I will pop the name on the bottom of the screen for you because I've taken a screenshot. So this is the website that I found them for, sort of at the cheapest price. Cheaper than Amazon as far as I can see, but it does depend on the quantity that you buy. So you can pick these up from £3.10. This is obviously a UK website because I'm in the UK. You can pick them up from £3.10 depending on the quantity. I think to get that price you have to buy 20 boxes. Although I'm sure that is not a problem for many of you with the number of fancy ladies you might be wanting to kit. So yes, that is how I store my fancy ladies. I do prefer fabric bags for all my other whips, but just for my fancy ladies in particular, because they tend to come with so many beads and other things, I just like to store them flat in these plastic boxes so that the beads are very easy to lay out and for me to see. So I hope that answers that question because a lot of you did ask me about these boxes. I'm glad I've remembered. I remembered about 2 minutes before I started filming that I needed to answer that question, so I'm quite pleased with myself. So on to the stitching that I have done in April. I have had 2 finishes. They are completely out of season, but nonetheless I am really happy to have them ticked off my list and to get a couple of finishes under my belt. I do feel a little bit like with everything we've had going on so far this year, the issue with my eyes, just everything combined, my stitching has been on a real go slow this year. I don't feel like I've been getting much done. I don't feel like I've been finishing many things. So I was really happy to get 2 wintry whips all done and dusted. As you can see, they're not FFO'd. What else would you expect from me? An FFO is a very rare thing, so we've not got anything that's fully finished, but I have finished my Owl Forest Silver Hoof Frost. And I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I just love it. I love it so much. So this is stitched on 32 count blue spruce Belfast linen from Zweigart. I'm using all the Owl Forest cord for variegated threads. It's got 3 colours in this in total. and I'm just really pleased with how it's turned out. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know whether I might frame it or turn it into something. For now, it's going in the file. The big file of all my projects that are finished and need to have something done with them, but that is a problem for another day. So for now, it's going in the file. But I am so pleased. I'll give you one last look at the little reindeer jumping over the cabin. I just love this so much. And I think that Emma at Emma X Stitching, who did jump on and start this when she saw me start mine, I think she's still plodding along with hers. But I am done. It is finished. Hooray! A finish for April. My next April finish is also very wintry. These were whips that I was hoping to get finished sort of back in Jan, Feb, when we were still in winter. It didn't happen. But I thought I don't want to leave them until next year or this year, because I'll be wanting to start new Christmassy things and wintry things this Christmas. So I plodded on and finished my Polar Bear Express. So this is a gorgeous pattern by Lauren at Flossabilities. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it. And it is complete. So we've got Daddy and Mummy and Baby Polar Bear. And I finished all the writing above them for the Polar Bear Express. This was also stitched on a 32 count linen, but this is in the colourway Smoky Pearl. Again, Zweigart, and again, 32 count. All the called for threads, which for this are a mixture of DMC and various overdyes. I think there's like 3 overdyed threads in here, either Weeks, Dyeworks or Colourworks, I forget, but whatever the called for is what I bought. So I've stitched all of this in the called for. So that is a second finish. So 2 lovely finishes, 2 winter whips ticked off. I think I don't have any wintry or Christmas themed whips now on the go, which gives me lots of scope for when the weather starts getting cold at the back end of this year. I've got loads of options that I can choose for Christmas and wintry stitching. It's one of my favourite themes. No, I have one other wintry whip, my Winter Woods, which is in my whip pile. But other than that, definitely nothing remotely Christmas themed. So yes, lots of options for starting new wintry whips, because I have quite a collection. My next whip is on Black Ada, so it is a total fluff magnet. It's in my Q-snap and I've not taken it out. I probably should. Just taken off one side. So it's a gorgeous pattern. I love it. I love all these colours. I started this back in autumn of 2021. So it is getting a little bit old at this point. But it is the year of the dragon and I've been trying to do plenty of work on it. One of my Whip Go goals, in fact my only stitching goal for Whip Go for April, was to work 5 hours on a dragon. So that is what I have done. Apologise for the fluff. This one does attract all the fluffy bits. But this is my April progress. So I have done around 5 hours. I may have done a slightly more, but I was really just trying to work towards that 5 hour goal so I could tick it off for my Whip Go. This is the Koi Dragon. As I said, I'm stitching this on 14 count Black Ada. I'm using CXC threads for this. And the colours just look so gorgeous and so vibrant against the black. I absolutely love it. Quite a bit of progress made on this. Like I think you can, I'll pop the picture up again of where I was last time, because I always insert it before and then it disappears, but I think if I pop it on again, hopefully you really can see that 5 hours has made a decent difference in this piece. So that is whip number 1. Have to reassemble my Q-snap later. So that is whip number 1. Whip number 2 is so familiar to you. This is my Design Works alphabet, my animal alphabet, or my animal ABC. I so wanted this to be finished by the end of April. That was the original plan, with doing 5 letters a month from the beginning of the year. 5 letters every month should have taken me to an April finish. I'm not quite there, unfortunately. However, yeah, there has been a lot going on, and I had like a month of practically no stitching when I had my eye problem, which meant that I fell behind on this, and to finish it in the month of April, I would have had to stitch like 8 or 9 letters, I think it was, in that month. And that didn't happen, but I have been edging closer, and I am really close. This one is still in the frame, but you've seen the top of it so many times, I'm not going to bother. I will just show you the bottom. So these are the letters that I've been doing. Had you already... I'm not exactly sure where I was last time you saw it. You will have just seen the picture on the screen, but I'm pretty sure that the whale and the X-ray fish and the not quite completed yak, I think this is all new since I last showed it on here, and possibly the turtle. Like, I'm not even sure if I'd finished the turtle last time I shared this with you. But yes, I am getting there. There's really not too many letters left. I need to finish my yak, do the Z for zebra, and then I missed out the unicorn. Did I miss out anything else? T, but I'm not sure what T is for. Oh no, I've done T, turtle. What am I missing? I'm missing U for unicorn, V. I think V might be vole, or I could be completely making that up, but I think V might be vole. And so that's it, yeah. I need to do unicorn, a vole, finish my yak, put in the zebra, and we will be all done. So I really do hope that I can get this finished this month, which will still be great. I'll only be 1 month behind my original goal, and that will be fantastic. It'll be all finished for Hadley, and he'll be thrilled. This one is going to get FFO'd fairly quickly after it's done. Nothing fancy, probably just going to get a big, simple frame for it. Hadley just wants it in his room and on his wall, so I know that he won't be very picky about how it's been framed. He just wants to have it. So that's perfect. Next, I've got my Follow Your Heart piece by Gail Bussi. This is another old whip. This is my oldest whip. Another 2021 star. I have been picking this up a little bit and put in quite a good amount of time into it. I've been surprising myself because this is the one that I joke will never be finished, but actually it's got quite a nice spring theme to it, and I've been really enjoying the actual stitching, and I think it's really interesting. I don't know if anyone else ever finds this. There can be projects where you love the final outcome. So you love the design or the picture that it creates, and yeah, it's the finished product that you love, but it might be something that's actually quite boring to stitch on or annoying to stitch on. There might be loads of confetti or loads of blends, loads of backstitch, or there might just be loads of colours that are, you know, white, like endless white or endless different shades of brown, and it might produce something wonderful when it's completed, but it might not be very exciting or fun when you're doing it, and it's sort of the end finished goal that is keeping you motivated to stitch on it because you love it so much. And then there are projects like this one for me where I'm not actually that bothered about the end finish because I've picked so many projects up since this where the end result is something I prefer. But when I've actually forced myself to get this one out and start stitching on it, the process of stitching on this one is actually super fun. It's really simple. I'm doing it on 14 count Aida with CXC threads, but the 14 count white basic Aida is super easy to work on, and it's got all these like individual little bits like motifs, sort of sampler style, even though it's like more modern in its in its look. It's not like a traditional sampler, but yeah, it's all these tiny little blocks, little motifs, and to work on it is actually really fun. When I bother to pull it out and stitch on it, I can just pick a motif and be like, okay, I'm going to work on this heart, I'm going to work on this row of flowers. It's lovely. Like, I've really been enjoying the process of working on this one. So even though it's not my favourite finish project, like, I've got things that excite me a lot more than this finished design, actually to pick it up and work on it, especially if I'm short of time, I can pick this up, work on it for half an hour and feel like I've actually achieved something and made a visible difference. Whereas I put half an hour into something like my koi dragon and it doesn't even look as if I've made any progress. I've got to spend hours on that for you to notice a difference. So yeah, this project has redeemed itself in my eyes. It's no longer my joke project that's never going to be finished. I'm actually making some good headway with it. I would say that I'm probably close to halfway. Like the border here, if I just pull this bit up, because I have gone up there a little bit with the backstitch border, like you can, oh no, you can't see it. It's just hidden here, just behind my frame. Right there is literally the top of the project. So yeah, I'm definitely halfway, if not a little bit more. I think this will be finished soon because I keep picking it up just for small bursts at a time, but I'm really getting it filled in, so very happy about that. The pattern was originally a magazine pattern, I should mention that. Please don't ask me which magazine at this point, but this was originally in a magazine. However, I'm pretty sure that you can buy it online as a PDF just of this pattern if you like it. So that is that whip. Next up is the winter project that I nearly forgot I had. So this is my lovely winter woods project. I started this as a stitch along with Rosie from Rosie X Stitchers. Camera malfunction, not sure where it got to, so we will just repeat ourselves. This is my winter woods sal. I am doing this with Rosie X Stitchers, who is also on Flosstube and on Instagram. However, Rosie and myself have both been really busy and our sal has kind of fallen off the map a little bit. I'm not sure that either of us are keeping up with it terribly well. Our goal, this pattern's obviously in 4 boxes. It's a beautiful Satsuma Street pattern, Winter Woods. Our original plan was to do 1 box every 2 months from when we started, but I can't actually remember right now offhand when we started. Yes, so I'm not sure when I'm supposed to finish box 2 by, but this is where I'm at the moment. This is box 2. I did work on this in April. So I think I started working on this again in April because we were due to start part 2. So sort of maybe from April the 15th. It was sort of the 15th of the month that our sal started on. So I think I'm supposed to stitch on box 2 from April the 15th to June the 15th. That's our 2 months. Yeah, like March 15th. No, I'm getting so confused. April 15th to May 15th is a month. And then another month till June 15th. Yes, I'm pretty sure, I got there in the end. Pretty sure I've got to finish this square that is not yet a square because I've only done the top. I need to finish it by the 15th of June to stay on track. And I think that is doable with where I am at the moment. This top bit is almost completely done. So then I just need to do like the bottom half of the square. And this is such a beautiful pattern to work on. I love it. My fabric choice for this, let's just have a look, is, oh, I've not written it down. It is a 32 count even weave for sure. It's obviously a hand dyed. I've not written down the name. My board is going everywhere. Oh, this project's causing me hassle today. But yes, really enjoying working on this. I love all the colours and I'm stitching this all in royal broidery other than one colour. I think I was missing one colour that I've subbed in, what have I subbed it in? Notes, where are you notes? CXC. I've subbed one colour in CXC. Everything else is Royal Broidery. I've got one of my favourite needle minders on here. Whenever I show a project with this needle minder on, I always have to point him out because I love him. My little glittery, cute hedgehog. He is one of my absolute favourites. Love him. So yes, lovely Satsuma Street pattern that is a sal, or at least started as a sal. My final whip that I've worked on this month is my Otters pattern. So this is by the designer Natalia Orehova. I'm stitching this on 18 count plain white Aida because it is a full coverage, so nothing fancy fabric wise, and I decided to do it on 18 count so that it doesn't end up too huge. I started this for Adam, so I'm going to gift it to him at some point. Otters are his favourite animal, and I've made a bit of project. I've made a bit of progress, and I'm hoping that I'm holding it the right way up because I'm not entirely sure. It would make sense for it to be this way though, because all these half stitches that I've added in here, I think are like the water. So that would make sense. This is the orientation we're going to go with and hope that it's right. So yeah, not too much going on this project, but I have made some fair progress, put a few hours into this. And this is one of those projects that I was talking about where I love the finished design with the Otters. I think it is beautiful, but all the colours are very muted. I have to pay attention to whether I'm doing blends or whether I'm doing half cross, whether it's 2 strands, 1 strand, because it does vary within this pattern. So this one is a lot sort of more tricky to stitch on. I know it's still 1 cross at a time, but I have to concentrate a lot more on what I'm doing. And also the colours are all very, like I said, very muted. There's not really any bright colours in this. So I'm enjoying stitching on this because I want my Otters to appear. But compared to my little follow your heart stitch, this is actually, for want of a better word, like a lot more boring to stitch on. It's not got the bright colours and the yellows and the pinks and things that I get really happy when I start to work with those. Like everything's very muted, but I do really think it's going to look fabulous when it's finished. Those are all my whips, So, giveaway time. So this is a lovely chart from the Animals on Parade series by Jasmines Made with Love. It is a brand new chart. I have 2 of these. It is a duplicate item, so I thought I would share the love. Give one of these away as a giveaway. It's a lovely fox, really, really cute. This is stitched with DMC, Classic Colourworks and Gentle Arch threads. Obviously it is only the chart that I am giving away, so you will have to kit it, but it is a beautiful chart, not too big. And the stitch count is approximately 80 by 80 or thereabouts. So yeah, it's not giant. And if you would like to win this chart, because this is giveaway number 1, there are going to be 2. If you'd like to win this chart, please use the word fox. Please use the word fox when you write a comment below. And as per the usual giveaway rules for Flosstubes, please be over 18 so that I can ask for your address. Please do like and follow me because that's always lovely, and you will need to leave a comment to be able to enter. Your magic word is fox for this chart. This giveaway for this chart is open to anyone, whether you are in the UK or anywhere else. Everyone is welcome, and I will post this out to you if you are the winner. There will be another giveaway. I'm going to show you a bit of haul first. There will be another giveaway. I'm not going to repeat the rules, so the rules will be the same, but it will be a different magic word. And if you want to enter both giveaways, you can. Just use both words in the comment. That is fine. However, the second giveaway is a kit, and that will be for UK only, just because that one is quite bulky. So yes, this one is worldwide. Anyone can enter. Keep watching for that second magic word, and if you decide that you want to enter both giveaways, just make sure you're in the UK. but this one you can enter no matter where you are. I think I've covered that point, covered it about 3 times. So all good. Next, I want to show you some lovely haul that I have bought. So this haul is a mixture of stuff that I've bought and a few things that I have been sent by a couple of my lovely stitchy friends, which was really nice. We will start off with my Gecko Rouge purchases. Here are my lovely Gecko Rouge boxes, very exciting. You may well have seen on my Instagram that I posted when I got these. It has been a little while since they arrived. I've not started them yet. And I've also not yet unsealed them and looked at them properly. I thought I would wait until I filmed my next Flosstube. So this is how they have arrived. They've got the cute little charm and the gecko sticker. Let's open it, guys. Let's open it together. There will be some rustling. Here is kit number 1. So this is My Fluffy Valentine by River Peacock. As you can see the gorgeous artwork there with the 2 foxes. I absolutely love this. And if I take out sort of the cover sheet and the instructions, there's no pattern in this box because I opted for the digital version. But if I take that out carefully and then show you all my beautiful threads are in here. Absolutely gorgeous. 25 count, 2/1. Oh, and then this is interesting. So this is gridded. This is gridded fabric, which I really don't like. And I'm not sure whether I made a mistake on my order with asking for gridded, in which case that is my mistake. But if it wasn't actually specified as gridded on the listing, I think I am going to touch base with lovely Glenn, who is always very helpful, and I might just ask if this can be corrected if I didn't order gridded. If I did, it's my mistake. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't have ordered it on purpose. So if I did, it was definitely a mistake. But any case, yeah, there's my 25 count fabric. And my needle, I know, is under here because last time I opened a Gecko Rouge, I couldn't find my needle. That is where they live. They live on the thread card, right under there. So yes, beautiful colours, lovely kit. Very excited to start that. The reason I don't like working on gridded fabric is because I tend to find that I don't need it. It doesn't benefit me in any way to have a grid on my fabric. I don't know, it's just the way I stitch, the way my brain works. I don't need a grid on the fabric. It doesn't help me to make fewer mistakes. It doesn't help me count. I just refer to my digital pattern to do all my counting, and it's good enough for me that there is a grid on my screen. I don't like a grid on my fabric because, especially with something like this that has quite a lot of light areas, I really always worry. I worry so much about the grid coming out at the end. It just gives me anxiety. I panic. I worry that I'm going to do all that stitching and then something's going to go wrong with the grid element. So yeah, even in a full coverage, with all this light area, I'm pretty sure that grid will show through, and I just do not like stitching on gridded fabric. So in any case, let's close that box and have a look at my second box. So the box is the same. What's inside this one? So again, let's open this one. Oh. Ta-da! And here is my gorgeous Carissa Rose mermaid. Look at the colours. She is beautiful. I've been patiently waiting for this design to be charted, and I love her, love her, love her, love her. And hooray! Hooray! Plain fabric, very happy. I've got my plain fabric in there, so that is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I'm happy with that. And that is Ada, because I have opted to stitch her on 18 count Ada, which it reminds me here. And look at all these colours. She has got so many threads. And all this blue. Absolutely gorgeous colours. I cannot wait to start her either. I say I can't wait. I'm still not going to be starting these anytime soon because I still have so many other things that need finishing, but I do absolutely love both of these designs. I'm very happy to have them so that I can start them whenever. And I must say that Glenn was very, very super helpful when I put the patterns for these onto my pattern keeper, because the pattern for my mermaid was perfect and it worked really well with my pattern keeper, but with the fox pattern, the fluffy valentine, I was having really big issues with that. And he took the time to sort of mess around with the file and reformat it and sent me a brand new working version that worked perfectly with my pattern keeper. So that was super, super helpful. And I was really, really happy. So yes, thank you, Glenn, for that. He did go the extra mile to make sure that my my pattern was properly working with Pattern Keeper, so that was brilliant. My next bit of haul that I'm going to share with you is gifted. So I'm just going to grab it, I'm going to rummage in my pile on the floor and find it, and I'll be right back. So my lovely stitchy friend Vicki sent me this really cute little card with all the cute dogs on, obviously very appropriate. And she sent me, I don't know why I'm opening it to read it again. But yeah, she sent me a gorgeous little card, and she just sent me a few things to cheer me up, just because she is so lovely. And with all the stress of everything I had going on, and yeah, all the things that were going on, like I speak to Vicki quite a lot, and she knew that I was a bit stressed out, and she sent me some lovely bits to brighten my day. So she sent me this lovely cross-stitch kit from the Women's Institute. So that's got everything in. I think it even comes with a hoop and everything in there. So I've got that Be Bold kit. Then she sent me this gorgeous Vervico kit of an owl, which is absolutely lovely, and I love owls. Look at him with those gorgeous eyes. He is beautiful, very majestic. I really like him. And again, this is a kit with everything in it, so that is yeah, so incredibly kind of Vicki to send me this. I love owls so much. I have a couple of owl patterns, but nothing too excessive. So yeah, very, very happy to add the owl to my kit stash. And then lastly, she sent me this gorgeous My Stitching Buddy kit, which is so cute. Look at it. Like this really cute little kitten with thread all over his or her head, a little sewing basket behind, and like with the little cute paws on this hoop. Oh, I love this. This one just makes me smile. So yeah, it's called My Stitching Buddy, and it is by AKX Stitch. AKX Stitch, and apparently they are on Etsy. I love it. So thank you so much, Vicki. Yeah, I love these bits. They really did cheer me up when I received them. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I also had some lovely bits sent to me by the lovely Allison. Allison saw me showing off all my sort of Valerie Pfeiffer bird kits. She messaged me saying that she had a lovely kit from that range that she was never going to stitch, and she would like it to go to someone who would be enthusiastic about stitching it. So I said, well, if you're sure, that I would definitely give it a good home and stitch it at some point. And Allison sent me this lovely card, really, really nice, along with this lovely trios kit. Isn't it cute? Absolutely love it. So this one is the Sitting Pretty. And this kit is on even weave, which is just a nice bonus for me because they do them on even weave and on Ada. And I do prefer the even weave, which this is. So that was just an amazing bonus that it comes already with the even weave. But then Allison surprised me by also including this bothy card kit. So this is the Ho 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 little rabbit for Stitch Bunny. Hooray! So she sent me this. And I love this, so cute. Everyone knows how much I love Rendell's as well. So yeah, Allison, thank you so much. I did really appreciate receiving both of these, and they will absolutely 100% both get stitched at some point. But yes, really happy to have those in my stash. And thank you for my lovely card as well. Yes, Vicki, Allison, I've kept both your cards. I've still got them on display. They're still on display in my bedroom, on my dressing table. I've literally just brought them upstairs so that I could show them to Flosstube. So yeah, those are my lovely gifted bits. Let's do another giveaway before we look at my other haul. Where is it? Where is the kit? Here it is. So this is the lovely Karen Carter kit that I showed you, I think, in my recent kit parade. Vegetable patch. This is the 14 count Ada version that I will be giving away. Absolutely beautiful kit. I do love it. And this giveaway is sponsored by Cross Stitch Mad Sarah. She bought me this kit because she knows me so well and knew that I would adore it. However, I adored it so much, I'd already bought it for myself. And I did volunteer to stitch it twice and let her have one back because she loves chickens so much, but she declined. Yes, chicken jokes are a bit of a private joke between myself and Sarah, but yeah, no, Sarah doesn't like chickens. So she declined my offer to have it stitched and sent back to her, and she gave me full permission to at some point give it away to another chicken loving stitcher on Flosstube. So if you want to win this kit, please use the word chicken. So the other giveaway for the chart is fox. This one is chicken. And like I said, if you want to enter both and you're in the UK, that is fine. This one is a UK only giveaway, I'm afraid. It's not that often that I do that on my channel. I usually make everything inclusive, but this is a little bit heavier, a little bit more bulky to post. So please make sure that either you are in the UK or that you have a UK address that you can give to me to send this to you if you win it. So if you're not in the UK, but you've got a very good, lovely friend that will take receipt of this for you, then by all means still enter, but I will only post this kit to a UK address. So there we go. Let's dig out, if I can find it yet, dig out the other giveaway. So let's just do a quick recap. These are your two options. Worldwide giveaway, use the word fox for this lovely chart. UK giveaway, use the word chicken. And if you decide to enter both and you want to get creative with your comment and write me something about a fox and a chicken, I'm sure that I will be highly entertained and enjoy reading through those. But if not, fox, chicken, that's more than fine. The word will do. But if you want to entertain me, do write me a story. That will be funny. So that is the giveaways. I've got a couple of last bits of haul to share with you, so I'll grab those. And then guys, I think we will be done other than a little bit of life update. When I did my recent kit parade, I showed you quite a few purchases from my recent splurge on Heritage, Heritage Crafts website when they had a sale. There was a couple of kits that I didn't show you because my kit parade was specifically showing you kits that I would like to stitch that have like a spring and summer theme. These ones don't fit that category, but I did buy them at the same time. So this is the Valerie Pfeiffer Winter Birds by Heritage. Is it Valerie Pfeiffer? No. Oh no, it is, yeah. Valerie Pfeiffer Winter Birds, these two lovely robins, absolutely beautiful. So that was another kit that I picked up from Heritage Crafts. The next one is Heritage Crafts Birds of a Feather. So these lovely owls on the branch. Really nice kit. Got this on 14 count Ada because I think that was the only option in the sale. And it is a full coverage, so I don't mind doing that on Ada. It's just that in some of these Karen Carter design sort of full coverage patterns, there are a lot of sort of half stitches or awkward stitches that are easier to do on even weave. However, I've done them on Ada before. I can do it again, it's not a problem. So that is the Ada kit. And then I also got the Christmas dinner kit. So there's a lot of these kits where they're like a row. I've got quite a lot of them for various different themes, but I didn't have Christmas dinner, so I picked that up in the sale. The last two bits of haul I've got are not purchased, but in the last, not the last issue of World of Cross Stitching that came out, but the one before it, I was featured on the reader panel, which was lovely. So I got to see some of the designs that were going to be in that month's magazine ahead of time. And I had to write questions, there was questions and answers that I had to write up. So yeah, my mugshot went in the magazine with a couple of my answered questions, and I got to have a sneak peek through the magazine in advance, comment on my favourite designs in the upcoming magazine. Yeah, it was a really fun experience, and as a thank you for taking part, I was gifted 2 lovely kits. So they are both by CWOC Stitch. What does that stand for? Creative World of Crafts. So they are both Creative Worlds of Crafts kits. This is the first one, which is this lovely row of birds. It is called Birds of a Feather. So that is the first kit that I was gifted. And the second is Dragonfly Dreams. I was so close to getting to the end of this floss tube without any major dog interruptions, but yeah, Adam's just been out this morning. He had to take 3 of our girls to the vet just for their annual boosters. All of them are on different timescales with their boosters, so he's just been out with 3 of them, and he's obviously come back in the house, and then the other dogs in the house have given him a major woof woof bark bark greeting. Apologies, because that was pretty loud. I'm not sure that I can edit it out. It was pretty loud. Yes, so we'd got to the end of everything that I wanted to show you anyway, so that is good. So quick recap for my Whip Go goals. Whip Go goals for April were to stitch 5 hours on a dragon. Tick, got it done, very happy with that. My second goal was to FFO something. Now I didn't get round to doing that in April, but I do have my Snow Maiden all finished and a specific frame purchased for her. I just need to find the time to frame her, and obviously she's a fancy lady. I want her to be as perfect as I can get her. I want to take my time, so I just need to set aside a good few hours to frame her. I'm therefore carrying that goal. So my FFO goal is just going to be carried. She will get framed before the end of the year, so that Whip Go goal will get ticked off, but I didn't manage to frame her within April itself. My upcoming Whip Go goals for this month, so for May that we are already in, I've got 3 goals because number 13 was called on Whip Go this month, and when that happens, they call 3 numbers instead of 2. Some people leave number 13 blank. I didn't. So I have got 5 hours to stitch on a dragon. That's the one I'm working on at the moment, on my sapphire dragon. So I will show that dragon to you next time. And I think I've done 4 hours on my sapphire dragon so far in May. And that is all I've stitched. We've been so busy with the wedding and everything. At the beginning of this month, I have done 4 hours stitching, and we are on May the 9th. My other goals for May are to stitch 5 hours on any fancy lady, and then another goal to stitch 5 hours on any fancy lady. So that is big stitching goals this month. 15 hours of stitching, 10 of those hours to be done on fancy ladies, 5 hours to be done on a dragon. I've almost got the dragon ticked off, but the fancy lady stitching, I am going to the May, I nearly said Mirabilia, that's wrong. I'm going to the May Bella Filipina retreat in Northampton. I attended the very first Bella Filipina UK retreat last May. I loved it, had a really good time. And the next one is from the 17th to the 19th of May this year. So that is not long away, is it? It's really not long away. We're on the 9th of May. So I will be there quite soon, and I'm going to save my fancy lady stitching for when I am there at the retreat. And I will see if I can get all 10 hours of fancy lady stitching ticked off while I'm at the Bella retreat, which will be quite nice if I can manage it, because then I can spend my time when I get back home for the rest of the month just basically stitching on whatever I like, whatever I pull out of the whip box that takes my fancy. It would be good to already have those goals ticked off. Life update wise, I am now a married woman. I've taken my rings off because I was cleaning this morning, but I am. It's all official. We did it. We had a fabulous time, and I wanted to say the hugest thank you to everyone. I did put a few sort of story posts on my Instagram, and I have saved them in a highlight, but the number of you that have messaged me on Instagram with your lovely congratulations and kind words has literally overwhelmed my inbox. So I have seen all of your messages. I have physically not had the time to sit and reply to everyone saying thank you. So I'm saying thank you now. Thank you to everyone who has messaged me. We had a beautiful, lovely day. It was a very, very small wedding, even smaller than we'd initially planned. We initially did plan to have a few other people there, a few other close friends. And then for a few reasons with the venue and a bit of a mix up with the room size and stuff like that, we ended up keeping it super small. And we literally had family, not even extended family, we had our really closest family, and then we had my best friend who has my two goddaughters. Her children are my two goddaughters. They came. She's the closest thing I will ever have to a sister. So yeah, my lovely friend Adele was there with my two goddaughters. My own godmother was there, and Adam had his very, very best friend who was his best man. Yeah, we had a lovely, lovely day, really small, really intimate. We went and did the ceremony. The sun shone. We had beautiful weather for the whole time, which was amazing. It was amazing because the day before, and for the week before, really, for the whole week before, the weather had been miserable on and off. But the day before, on the Friday, it just hammered down and it did nothing but rain so badly all day. Everything was just an absolute downpour. And I was just thinking to myself, tomorrow is going to be terrible. And when I was doing the school run with the children on the Friday, Daisy was literally praying in the car, out loud, full on praying and asking for sunshine for the following day. And it seems that her prayers were answered because we had nothing but sunshine from the moment I woke up in the morning and was getting ready to the very end of the day. It did nothing but sunshine, beautiful weather. We had the ceremony in one place and the reception in another, and it did involve some walking through the middle of the town because the restaurant where we went for our tapas feast does not have any parking, and it is in a pedestrian only zone in the town. You have to walk to it. There is no option. So yes, super grateful that no umbrellas were needed, no coats were needed. We just had a glorious day. The meal was amazing. We had so much delicious food. A massive tapas feast at the restaurant that we love in Worcester. They do a mix of Spanish tapas, which is what most people think of when they think of tapas, but they also mix it up with Greek and Moroccan style dishes. Oh, it was glorious. The food was amazing, beautiful. Everybody was absolutely stuffed, and we could not believe how much food they brought out. It was overkill. We didn't overorder on the food. They just do what they call the feast menu. So if your sort of party size, your group size is into double figures and is going to be more than 10 people, instead of having people order off menu, they just do the feast menu where they bring you a selection of 15 different dishes. And I did have sight of that menu beforehand, and we made a couple of tweaks and changes to a few dishes. But we didn't add any dishes as such. We just like swapped a couple of things out for alternatives. So the actual volume of food, the number of plates that they brought out, was just their standard, like how they do it, and it was crazy. Like we were all absolutely stuffed and groaning by the end of it, and there were still piles of food left, which they then boxed up. We didn't even ask them, they just boxed it all up for us into like the takeaway containers. And I think for like the 3 or 4 days after the wedding, myself, Adam and the kids have just lived off tapas food. But it's been amazing. So yeah, I didn't have to cook anything or do anything for like 3 or 4 days afterwards. We were just eating all the food that we brought home from the wedding. So yeah, we had a wonderful time. While I've been talking you through this, I'm sure that I will have popped some pictures on the screen. So if you've not seen pictures on my Instagram, I hope that you've enjoyed having a little look on here while I've been chatting with you. And yeah, that is the major bit of my life update, isn't it? Because there's not much more exciting than my wedding day. I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time with me today. I've really enjoyed filming. I'm aware that we are like so far into May already that my mid-month May update would be due, but it has not been a normal month. There's been very little stitching, and middle of the month I'm literally due to go to the retreat, as I mentioned, so there will not be a mid-month normal episode. That being said, if I have chance, I will do some filming at the Bella retreat to share that with you. So you may see me pop up before the end of the month, but it will be more of a Flosstube extra style video. And my next big stitching update of my actual stitching will be at the end of May. So I will see you then, if not before. And take care, everyone. Hope that you get some lovely stitching time in. Hope that you also get some lovely gardening time in if you're the kind of person that enjoys spending time in your garden, because the weather is great for it at the moment, at least where I am. Some of my plants are coming out, we're getting nice flowers blooming, everything's looking pretty. I hope that your gardens are looking good too. If you're growing all your fruits and vegetables and stuff, I hope that you've got everything planted and that things are starting to take shape. I'm hoping to spend some more time in our garden doing a few bits with the kids over this month. I wanted to plant like some little cucumber melons that we used to grow every year. We've not grown any for a couple of years. I bought some fresh seed for them and I'm hoping to plant those. I probably should have done it already though, so I'm going to see if we can still get away with planting them in May. We will see, but it would be nice. They're really delicious. If you've not tried them, look them up. They're like tiny little cucumbers about this big, and they look like little melons, but they taste like a cucumber. Love them, amazing. Anyway, that is very random. Take care, guys. Have some lovely stitching time this month, and I will see you next month or the very end of May. Take care. Bye.